Good morning on day 27. Yes, today we reached the 300-mile marker. I did stay 5 miles before, but today's the day. Yesterday, the rain caught up with me by the time I made it to the shelter. I had a great night's sleep inside the shelter. There was only 4 of us. And I left this morning at 7:30. Today we have a 14-mile day, or at least that's the plan. I want to beat the rains because it's going to rain in the afternoon. So let's do it. So 14-mile day, right? Right. We started today down here at little Laurel's cabin. I climbed all the way to about the highest point that we're gonna be throughout the day. As you can see, the profile doesn't look like we're gonna be going up and down for too much. So it's gonna be like an easy day. We have the 300-mile marker, which I'm so excited to get there today. We got a couple of water sources along the way. We also have one shelter where I could have lunch, even though I think I'm gonna get to camp today around 1 or 2 at the latest. There's rain in the forecast, so let's try to get there as fast as possible. As I'm approaching the 300-mile marker, let's start throwing some numbers out there. It took me 12 days to get to the first 100. Then on day 20th, I got to 200, and now on day 27 I get to 300. So as you can see, I'm increasing my pace. I think I'm developing already my trail legs, and I can only imagine how fast I will be in the weeks ahead. Nice views first from a white cliff. You can see the mountains way out in the distance, and now here in Black Cliff I can see, I think that is the town of Irwin, where I should be getting in a couple of days. Nice panoramas and beautiful weather. I can't believe that it's gonna rain this afternoon. So today's been a very welcoming break to the routine, walking on the ridge, getting majestic views in every direction. By the way, that's not Irwin, it's actually Greenville. Been going through different gaps, very rocky terrain, very jungle-like, very nice. Different is always good, and whenever you can get away from the dead zone, as I call it, when you get to like the 5,000 feet elevation, all the trees are dead. As you make your way down, you see the forest come to life. So yeah, there's always the ups and downs on the trip. I think right now, getting closer to the first month, kind of like the honeymoon period is over, and the realization that I'm gonna be doing this 5 times more is starting to sink in. At least physically, I feel great. I can do already 20-mile days. I'd rather not, but it is doable. I'd rather stick to the 16 miles as I am doing today, just so that I can take it slowly, film more, enjoy it, you know, enjoy the little things. So, yep, look at all these rocks, man. Gotta be careful, I don't want to twist my ankles here. $300 not bad. Actually 308.5. Don't forget the approach trail. Feels good, man. Real good. Welcome to Jerry Cabin Shelter. Decided to stop here at 11:50. It's kind of early for lunch, but you know, this is the only shelter between the one where I was staying and the one where I'm gonna stay tonight. There were 4 other hikers right here right now. They just left, and I'm making myself some tortillas with chicken salad. I have it all spread out on the table. I'm about to get some water. Just rest for a little bit because today is going to be a chill day. The weather is amazing. High temperatures in the 70s. Doesn't seem overcast at all. But who cares, you know. Today I'm only doing 14 miles. I don't want to push it. Tomorrow is going to be an 11-mile day. Just going downhill to the hostel where I'm going to be staying. So yeah, even though I want to keep going, even though I want to push forward, you know, I think it's time to slow down a little bit. Today was the day for the 20-mile day. It's just been as flat as it's ever been on the entire AT. Just amazing walking through the woods. You can see already there's some green growing on the ground, even though the trees are still kind of dead, but it is changing little by little. The path is just winding through the forest, flat for the most part, and then I have a descent into my shelter for the day. I've been taking it very slowly, and I think I'll get there like around 3 p.m. No rush. Doesn't look like it's gonna rain at all, so I'm just gonna get there, settle in. I think it's like an 8-person shelter with a few tent sites around it. Tonight I feel like staying in my tent. Yesterday one of the guys was just snoring the whole time, and I kept constantly waking up throughout the night. Even though it didn't get as cold as previous nights, it probably went down into like the low 50s at most, because in the morning it was 60 degrees. So yeah, I'm gonna stay in my tent, trying to finish editing yesterday's video because I couldn't finish. At around 9 o'clock, I was already so tired from the day's workout that I just decided to turn off the iPad and call it a day. So today I had to finish that video and today's video, so that tomorrow when I get to the hostel, hopefully they have a fast internet connection. If not, I have all day to try and upload 3 videos. Fast approaching the town of Irwin. I think in a couple of days I'll be staying at Uncle Johnny's hostel. Don't know when I will get into Irwin because it's a little bit far away from the AT, and the AT kind of goes around it. Let's just enjoy this flat terrain for as long as it lasts. So made it to a Flint mountain shelter right behind me, and I'm the only one here. Seems like someone left their rain jacket and their water filter. This is a shelter that fits about 8 people. Very nice. It actually has 2 corners that are completely covered from the elements. But I've read some reviews that there is mice here on this shelter hiding on the walls, and I decided, you know what, instead of going in there with 8 other people that are probably gonna show up little by little as the day goes on, I decided to set up my tent not far away. So I will be using the table just to edit and prepare my meal. There's a water source down below that is, they say, is the best water source in 100 miles. And the privy is kind of tiny, but that's not a big deal at all. Check out the stats for today, man. Yeah, I know, only 14 miles. And tomorrow is gonna be 11, so even less. But tomorrow I'm staying at a shelter. Tomorrow I'm staying at a hostel, and that's gonna make all the difference. It's gonna break up the stage between Hot Springs and Irwin. So then after that, I have a couple of days before I get to another hostel 2 days away. So yeah, let's get into the routine. So it is 6 o'clock already, guys, and I already made myself some dinner. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other hikers showed up, but nobody's gonna use the shelter. So just when I decide that I'm gonna stay in my tent, nobody comes here to the shelter. So yeah, I'm gonna head to my tent right now and start editing, but not before thanking all the trail rangers that are making this trip possible. Thank you so much for your support. I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow morning.